So here's my garage kit, my Predator kit, vinyl. The kit, like I said, was a vinyl garage kit, fairly detailed. I had to do a lot of putty work and seam work, especially around the legs, the feet, and the torso. I just couldn't get them lined up. Like around the back here, a lot of epoxy, a lot of Aves. I use some Milliput around the waist and around the feet. There were huge gaps, even using a hair dryer to bring them back into shape. And there was this like warp in his body. If you can see, it's still kind of like, he's still kind of leaning back a little bit. And I tried to adjust his feet on top of the skulls. I'll go into that in more detail a little later. But yeah, he's pretty much straightened up. But I would have liked to have had him a little straighter. So I'll go over the details, starting from the top. Like I said, this was a garage kit that I had laying around, and put him together. I filled him with resin and some plaster of Paris in certain spots, just the main body, to give him some weight. The arms, I stuffed the arms with shopping bag plastic to keep the shape in case the heat got to it from the sun or whatever. It's holding up pretty good now. So the power, I guess you would call it the power cord going to his gun and his back armor here, I added that. The spear, the tip was with the kit, but the spear, I made that from scratch out of a thin dowel, wrapped it with some metal, some wire, and just painted it up, pointed it, and stuck it in the skull on the bottom. I'll go over that in a little bit. The paint, mostly acrylics, some gloss work, some flat varnish work. The trophy, the skull, the trophy, I built that myself out of Milliput. After looking at several photos, it looks okay. I mean, for my first one. He's red, got like some kind of like a red filter I applied and glossed him so he looks freshly removed from the body. Believe it or not, the hardest thing were these, I guess these blades here. They were difficult to install. And I broke one of them off by accident, and that took forever to put back on. And I just dressed it, I just weathered it with some blood effects and, you know, just to make it look more realistic, I guess. The base I made myself. It's a piece of wood cut. It's the mud effect is it's a spackle, like a joint compound mixed in with paint and set overnight to dry. First I pushed skulls that I had casted from a main skull. And I just weathered them, painted them up, weathered them, stuck them in there, let them dry up. Blood dripping from the trophy there, pooling on his foot. His helmet weathered, painted up, mostly gunmetal and weathered. The netting wasn't that bad. I've seen people using toothpicks and running them over, but I did this all by hand with an acid-free fine tip. I think it's like a 0.5 marker, and just went over it. you know, the skin, it's like an ivory base, washed, wiped down, and then the spots are just black and brown paint I applied with a toothpick. I wanted to accent his abs, so wash those. Just an overall wash. The head, the same thing with the giraffe spots, and the eyes, the mouth, the teeth, and the braids on the hair. They were tedious, but well worth it. I got it done. So overall, I like it. He stands about, I guess, 10 and a half, 11 inches tall. The spear is over 12 inches tall. And I'll probably display him under glass somewhere. So thanks for looking. Any comments, questions, feedback? I'm always looking for feedback for future builds. Maybe something I could have done differently, scale or paint-wise. So please leave as many comments as you'd like. Again, I'm open for all feedback. Thanks again for looking and watching, and happy building. Take care.